The Insider.
Sawadee krab and welcome to The Insider. For years, the stock exchange of Thailand has endured many changes to the Thai economy. Now, as the country is undergoing many substantial economic reform, we need to know what impact they have had on the Thai capital market. As the stock exchange of Thailand has been attracting a lot of international attention, we are privileged to have with us this week a veteran of the Thai capital market, Mrs.Voravan Tarapoom, the chairman of the Federation of Thai Capital Market Organization.สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับคุณวรวรรณครับ Well, thank you for being with us, and I am very much honored to have you with the Insider today. So my first question to you, from your viewpoint, is the stock exchange of Thailand known as SET entering the new era?
I think we have entered the new era for almost 5 years ago, and now we are going to develop more and more. We have gained a lot of inflow into the market this year in both stock market and in bond market. We've got the inflows, the highest level at nearly 4 billion USD in the stock market, and a huge inflow of 11 billion US dollar in the Thai bond market. So I think that the government has been on the right track on adopting several measures to improve the domestic demand, ranging from first, it's tax stimulus, many packages for tax stimulus. Secondly, helping packages for grassroots, and there are so many, but it needs some time to go on. Third one is a fast forward government disbursement. This is, I think it's better now for the government expenditure or the government budget on the capital investment. And lastly, the infrastructure investment.
It sounds to be a very, very good news. But what about the current situation of the foreign direct investment and the Thai capital markets?
Okay. Although our foreign direct investment has been disappointing, falling behind the ASEAN plus Vietnam. But the August economic data just released has shown some improvement. So, for example, Thai export values is number 11th of the world.
Oh.
Yes. And our foreign reserve is number 12, excluding the wealth fund.
In the world?
And in the world, yes. And the current account surplus is 8.5% of the GDP, which is ranked number 5, as good as Germany. So this is the good news that we have strength. Our financial position is very good one. I think that in the longer term horizon, however, Thailand as well as the other countries will face big challenge due to aging demographics and falling productivity. So it happens in everywhere in the world. Aging people, aging society, and productivity is falling due to the development of the internet, communication technology. It will replace people. It's the good news, but it's some bad news also. But I think the government has gone in the right track.
Wow.
You know why?
Why?
I think this government has worked very hard on improving the productivity of each promising sectors. This sector is good, so it's a promising sector. The government will push the sector, and they're promoting startup business and has done a long-term vision for Thailand. We do not have a long-term vision. Although we have it in the past, a 5 years plan, but it sits in the shelf. And sometimes because we have elections, too frequent elections, so the government cannot continue the policy for the longer term view. So I think it's a good opportunity at this time. And
so you mean that the market can feel stability with this long-term process?
And we know where are we going to be in the next future. And the policy that each government has set up, it must be continue So if we have a stable government, stable policy, and it's a good one, I think it's bringing prosperity to our country.
Well, people asking about the the national strategy. Seems that the government has moving into the right direction by setting the national 20 years strategy of the country. That means this strategy would support the capital market in Thailand as well.
Yes, it supports a lot. You know what the foreign managers talking? Foreign manager from the US and Europe, and one is from Paris. I asked them that since we have the current government, why you still invest in Thailand, especially for Thai capital market? They said that for investment, we just look at the stability and the policy that they have done. So they feel strong belief in Thailand's future.
So confident, more confident.
Yes, confidence, yeah. So I think it's a good one. And then we have some exchange of the view to say that the economic situation in Thailand is now improving a lot. At the first stage, it will improve a bit by bit, quite slow, but that's the nature, because there is a big change in the economy. But after this, I think after the infrastructure project has emerged, there will be more and more belief and strong confidence in Thailand.
So apart from stability, which is very important, and of course, it is the main policy of this government to put in place. But what it is about the Thai equity market that make it is a unique and lucrative option for the invest director?
Thai stock market is the most liquid one in ASEAN, the most liquid that you can buy and sell with ease. We have an average daily trading turnover almost $2 billion per day, which is almost twice as much Singapore. So we are bigger. And Thailand also has the highest number of liquid large cap stock. When you can buy and sell the big stock in the market frequently with liquidity, so investors feel more confidence, they can buy and sell easily. Unlike those of our neighbors, which when you buy it, you might be stuck. And we have NVDR, which is the separate foreign board for the foreign people who invest in the stock market, but they have some limitation of their owner of the stock, of Thai stock, because they are foreign. So the stock market of Thailand, they have set up an NVDR board for the foreign account. So foreigner can invest in Thai stock more than the legal limitation in NVDR, but they have no right in that NVDR to vote. So it can serve the purpose. Unlike Philippines and Vietnam, who have issues with foreign investment because they do not use the NVDR. And lastly, our market regulation and good governance, good corporate governance standards are relatively high, especially for institutional investor. And as a result, our country have 13 listed companies in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index, or DJSI, which is the highest amount of the companies in the DJSI, highest among ASEAN countries.
Well, trading in the capital markets is very important. Therefore, the government places a particular importance on the policy to provide security, on trading. And apart from that, there are many policies that this government has issued. So, which policy play the most positive role in the capital market in Thailand?
For this government, for the past 2 years, I think the best policy for the Thai capital market is they extend the tax saving from the investment in long-term equity fund, the LTF, long-term equity fund, which is the mutual fund in Thailand, to promote the long-term investment in the stock market. And this will encourage taxpayer to invest. Unlike people who just park their money in the bank deposit,
Like me.
like you, okay, and get 1% interest rate per year. which is you can beat with the inflation anyway in the future, and this will increase the longer term investment view of people, and that will help them when they retire. They will get a lot more. And can I show this one to you?
Yes, please.
This is the same.
Oh.
Yes. As you see, this is the 15 years. Yes. The rightmost columns is the investment return in stock market. The 15 years, the blue chart, 14.5%, the 14.5% average return per year. Some years they are negative, some years they are positive, but on the average. This is when you invest in the Thai mutual fund or the Thai stock market. So how can you find this return? Why you park your money 1%
Good question.
in bank deposit?
Oh.
So if people understand more about the long-term investment in equity, they can adjust their investment portfolio or construct a good financial planning for their futures. And I think this is what we need, some support from the government in the future.
Okay, I know what
Yes.
I would do after finish this program.
Okay,
Well,
open an account with me.
so apart from the policy that we have mentioned, what area or in which area that you believe, I mean, in your opinion, we need more support from the government? Can you reiterate that again?
Just one. I need just one. And this is the necessity for the country. For government side, you have government pension fund. It will help a retired person from the government and a civil servant to get money when they retire, and they can live in their retirement period happily.
Happily.
Yes. But for salaryman, many people do not get anything except for Social Security, which the most that you can get if you work long enough, just as 15 years or 20 years, you will get approximately 3,000 or 4,000 at the most per month. While the people who work in the government will get at least 9,000 baht per month. Yeah, we do not have anything. So what we did is ask the Ministry of Finance, please help the people on this thing. We have worked on this thing for more than 20 years. You know why it will not get successful? Why the other countries, they have a big size of this one. For example, in Australia, they have super annuity fund. So people are very happy. They will get a huge amount when they retire. This is in Thailand, I can see the success of this one because when you have a government, they work with businessmen. And for this fund, we do not need any money from the government, but we need the money from the employer and employee together. Employer will give some money to you per month, for example, 5% of the salary, and the employee, you have to put the same amount, 5%. So this will be the fund for them when they retire, just like the government pension.
From listening to you, it sounds very interesting, and of course, it would be very beneficial for many people.
Yes.
Have you ever proposed this to the previous governments?
Yes, we did. Not
And?
only me, but the people before me, before my time. I think it's for 20 years, but there's no response. For the previous government, I think it's the Democrat Party, Kun Chatikonit, he's the Minister of Finance. He got this one, but it changes to salaryman, he changes to the broader level, to farmers and freelance. But the amount is so small, but it's better to have that. You call it Go or Chaw. But where's the salaryman? They are left only Social Security fund, they can't survive. So this is what we have fight for many years, and I have a strong belief that the government, this government will support this if they understand. And we have laid it out to the Ministry of Finance already, and now we are waiting that your government will, our government will say yes, because it will help a lot of people and help the economy in the long run. We are entering an era of aging society.
Yes.
If those aging people, when they retire, they do not have money to spend to earn their living, how can Thai economy goes on?
Do you
So
have
this-
any idea how much the salary person after retirement have in their pocket?
Okay, looking at the Provident Fund data, this is the voluntary scheme that employee and employers, they set up together for each company. If everyone retired today, they will have the money in Thai baht, approximately 300,000 baht per person.
For the whole life, the rest of the life?
Yes.
Oh,
If we stop it right now, its average is 300,000 baht per person. So I think you have to start very soon. Don't extend. Don't be afraid of the businessman, because our future are businessmen anyway. Our nature is just to make a profit. So let them understand, if they don't extend this thing to their employees, how can they sell that things in the future? And this will help the society, the whole country. It's not help the Thai capital market. That's not our objective, but we are aiming for the people.
I'm sure that this idea would be taken into consideration
Yes.
as it would serve the government policy to narrow the gap between rich and poor, to
Right.
reduce the disparity in our
Exactly.
society.
Exactly.
Well, back to the topic of the Thai capital market. How can we link our domestic market, the equity market in Thailand,
Yeah.
to the region?
For several years, the exchange have been trying to set up the ASEAN linkage. We call it the ASEAN linkage platform. But the key challenges are settlements and currency issues. And we have some talk with the people at the Bank of Thailand and SEC as well. However, some regional stockbrokers now, they can offer international trading services, such as having a trading platform that can trade in Singapore and Malaysia markets. So adding Thailand to the platform can be the next step. Yeah, that we can do. And the global trend, you want to know the global trend?
I am about to ask you that.
Yes, I'm excited about this one because we are engaged actively in this thing. The global trend of investment is ESG. E is environment, S social responsibility, G is good governance, and which is plus anti-corruption. So if we invest our money in a good company who have ESG doing things, they will look at the environment, look at the social responsibility, their employees, and people who buy their goods and services, and they have a good governance. That is a sustainable, that the sustain companies that we would like to invest. If you have a bad management or managers who corrupt, how can that company give us a good profit? So this is the idea that's on the global trend. But in Thailand, we have a good news. We have the first mutual fund who goes on this way, ESG fund. We call it Be Kind. Kind, in Thai we call it กองทุนรวมคนไทยใจดี. It means that this fund will invest in the listed stock in Thai stock market, and we will select the stock or the company that we invest. There must be an ESG only, and after that, besides, that is one. The second one is that for the management fee the funds receive, 40% of the management fee will go to help people in the social responsibility concept. Just as people in the south, 3 provinces in the south, and many things. So This is because it's philanthropy fund. In the world, you do not have philanthropy fund in the form of mutual fund. Mutual fund is people bring your money, just like LTF fund. So you bring your money in, then you know that part of your money will go to that society.
Uh-huh.
So this is the first philanthropy mutual fund of the world, and the fund got rewards in Hong Kong.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, this is very informative
Yes.
information. Of course, I enjoy talking to you very much. But I have my last question to you.
Yes, please.
If I were the foreign investor, why should I put money in Thailand?
I think you've heard about the words rising Asia. Because in the Western country, I think they are aging more. Aging more means no growth.
Uh-huh.
No growth. The growth area is in
Saturated.
Asia, so we call it rising Asia. That's why the U.S. has a policy of pivot Asia also. And many people has come to Thailand, to Singapore, to Malaysia, Indonesia, for example. This is rising Asia. You can avoid it within 10 years. You will see it. So why? Because we have in ASEAN, we have the population as 600 million people. But if you add on India and China, it's more than 60-70% of the people in the world. So people consume, they spend. So economic growth will come on this area. And for example, this is a little example in Thailand. We come to this again.
Yes.
Why should you invest in Thai capital market? This is the answer.
Okay.
Yes, average per year.
Well, thank you very much talking to you today. It's very enjoyable and very beneficial. And I believe that the foreign investor who listening to you, who watch our program, would know what to do.
Yes, please.
And of course, for the Thai people like me, I know what to do. Well,
Okay.
thank you very much for honoring the program. And once again, thank you very much. ขอบคุณมากครับ
Thank you.
Well, thanks to our distinguished guests, we can have a better picture of how Thailand's economic reforms are having an impact on the stock exchange of Thailand. Having said this, it also seems that the Fed is heading in the right direction as an emerging player in the global capital market. Well, thank you very much for watching The Insider, and please stay tuned for the next episode. Once again, thank you very much and สวัสดีครับ